My name is Eric Brakebill Jones, and I have been corresponding with Juan Quintero regarding my lead generation services in a virtual selling environment. The product and the service portfolio continues to expand as I get more clients and more requests and more creative. And I'll go over a couple examples today, but I wanted to give you a high-level demo, but that's customized and contextualized in for your focus and your environment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen. And hopefully it doesn't go silent because it's been going silent. Okay, so here we are. We don't want to stay here too long. So what I think you guys are doing is great. I mean, you guys are simplifying the process of, as you guys kind of compare it to electrical cars and not needing to have a relationship with each and every network to charge your car. And the technology that you do have in your hand, in the palm of your hand, is so new age and so seamless that the whole experience seems like it's 300 times better than what it is today. So I really, that's important for me when I am choosing clients, that I believe in the product and I have a lot of confidence in where they're going. So I'm very, very familiar with your space, and just growing up, you're familiar with the space. You know, every day you put in your credit card and you know, now there's of course things, virtual and various tools, alternatives, Stripe and Square and whatnot. But for the most part, I know your industry very well and in the industries you would serve. So what I did was, the first step in my process is, a lot of people talk about going after your target audience. Well, how do you define your target audience, right? We're in a place right now where HubSpot came out with a study where there's dramatically more outreach by sales and dramatically less response rates by the buyers. That is the opposite case happening with sales intersection. And it all starts, I think, with defining the right ecosystem of target accounts. Now, there's a number of ways to do this, and I'd have to ask you a lot of questions about your business. But without knowing anything, we'll just continue and we'll go here. So we're gonna start, let's see here. We're gonna start in one of my many areas of tech stack, or pieces of my tech stack. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do location, we're gonna do United States, we're gonna do number of employees. We're only gonna go to, let's say, 100, okay? And we're gonna do industry, we're gonna do restaurants, we're gonna do food and beverage. Now we're going to do technologies, because these technologies indicate how educated they are in the space, how you should probably start the conversation or the outreach based on their education level, based on what they're using. So your reps know how to benchmark your solution against wherever they're coming from, right? So let's include some technologies here. Let's include WordPress. because that has some limitations on certain e-commerce. Let's use Stripe. We can use Square or Squarespace e-commerce, but we can use Square too. And Square, and so I'm mixing up the CMS and the e-commerce space. WooCommerce. Oops. Woo. Let's say Shopify or something like that. So anyway, you can put in all these technologies and really narrow down your list, right? And we can put it in revenue, if you want a certain annual revenue amount. And from here, we're going to look at this list, and we can, obviously, after a conversation with you guys, I would refine this list even further. It could be based on your perfect clients right now. It could be based on competitors' clients that you want to get. It could be based on certain products that may be coming out or that have been legacy products that have been extremely popular. It could be based on intent, many factors, right? So a lot of LinkedIn mastery. So we'll go to let's go to View House, Eatery, Bar, and Rooftop. So this is an account, right? That is filtered, that is refined, has gone through a filter based on our conversation once we have it, and has 100 leads. So now we have access to all these 100 leads, and let's say that we want to get to the sorry, I won't make this too long. Rachel Johnson, the Vice President of Development, Lotus Concepts, and we want her information. Pure and simple. We want her email, we want her phone number. I can request her mobile phone number. I have all our social information down here. And all my activity over here. If I send an email, it'll show me if she opens it, so then I know when to call, that kind of thing. And you can email right out of Apollo. So now we're defining the company profile. Then we're going to be defining the target contact profiles. Part of a tremendous part of how we do that is my AI personality technology, where you can see Rachel Johnson and how best to deal with her, what to say, when to say it, how to say it, what medium, at which stage in the sales process. So here is her DISC prediction. She's a skeptic, pragmatic, deliberate, rational, likely to appreciate rational plans for the future that were properly researched and thoroughly deliberated. The sales stage here that we're talking about is prospecting, target. But as you can see, we can go through discovery, sales, proposal, negotiation, sales pending. So a lot of options there. Behavior, be clear and specific when pitching to Rachel, address problems head on rather than tiptoeing around them, offer a detailed explanation about how you plan to resolve any issues that may come up. She's a natural at enjoying through thorough spreadsheets, experimenting with many solutions to a problem, receiving all the facts when processing a situation. If you want to email Rachel strives for accuracy while focused on goals, so eliminate any uncertainties by presenting straightforward facts and remaining objective throughout email correspondence. So a lot of analysis on this, and I have a myriad of different components that I add to this to make it a collective pie of information for each company and each contact. And from there, we can take a step back, and even a new product that I just actually came out with is, sorry, this is gonna, let's see here. Here we go. Is people are really interested in buying this this report based on city or based on location, and it will show you the business start date as early as 2 days ago. This was Adam Eisenstrath, 49 Crowns. That's the address. No name yet, but you can see some of the older ones, a week old or something like that. Advertising, luxurious Art Deco dream villa, the Buddhify method. Anyway, when people are just starting their business, they're starting to evaluate solutions. So my clients are seeing a dramatic increase in qualified opportunities, conversions from cold outreach to opportunities, and closed business over 50%. So this is something that I wanted to show you as well. Companies that just went through inception. Other than that, I have got over 15 different ways of doing outreach, including LinkedIn voice messages, video, email. I'm a top 20 national podcast host by Forbes. Forbes ranked me that, so I can do podcast exposure or sponsorships, things of that nature. I hope this gives you a high level view of how I go about analyzing all this information before I do the outreach, because the first impression is so important. And so this was a presentation based on restaurants, but I hope you get an idea of at a high level the process that I go through before I do my initial outreach. Thank you very much for listening, and of course, contact me with any questions as we go along. I'm going to try to close this out.